Hello, everyone. It is April Atmansky here. Some of you may know me from the No Such Thing as a Bad Movie podcast that I co-host with Colin Cunningham and Justin Declue. Or you might have seen some of my YouTube videos, mostly about Sailor Moon, on YouTube. I come to you today because I want to talk about one of my favorite movies, Showgirls from 1995, directed by Paul Verhoeven. It's been a favorite movie of mine for a very long time, and I decided to record a commentary track for it because I just thought that might be the best way to kind of get all my thoughts out in one place. I've decided to just record this on my own, not with any of my podcast co-hosts this time, just because I felt like I just kind of had a lot of thoughts about it and I wanted to kind of get those out there unfettered. Let's get right into it. If you want to follow along, you can cue this up with the movie and watch it as you listen. So I've kind of queued it up for me at around 31 seconds in. So there's MGM logo, there might be some other logos, and then the Showgirls title, and then it kind of boom cuts right into the back of Nomi walking. So I'm right at like the top of that shot. So just in case you're watching a different version that has different logos on it, Blu-ray, DVD, what have you, I thought that this would be the best way to start. Let's get right into it. Watch along with me if you would like. So it's going to be 3, 2, 1, and go. Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. And she's walking through the parking lot with her beautiful, beautiful leather jacket. So my kind of experience with this movie is I saw it kind of in chunks late at night on, in Canada we have a channel called Showcase that would show kind of like tawdry things like Red Shoe Diaries and stuff like that. And I was intrigued. I was like, what is this like erotic, taboo, potentially dirty movie? Like I'd seen the poster, in the Blockbuster with her body is like an S, and I knew there was a lot of nudity in it. And I remember like kind of seeing like the strip club scene and being like, what the fuck is this? And it wasn't until I think much later in my early 20s that I actually watched the whole thing. And I was kind of like, well, that was not too good. I was kind of intrigued by it, but I was just like, what is up with this movie? And then later, certain like YouTubers would cover it. Lindsay Ellis is a big fan of it, and she did some videos on it and talked about the things that she liked about it. And it was kind of described as a guilty pleasure type of movie, so bad it's good. And I was like, okay. And then like I got a little older, so I watched it like a couple more times. And then I got a little older and more YouTube channels started to cover it and more of kind of like making fun of it kind of type of way. And then I watched it, a couple more times, maybe with a friend or two here or there. And I was just like, I just really enjoy this movie. And so I kind of just like kept watching it kind of every few years and liked it more and more every time. And to the point where this is not a bad movie to me anymore. I don't enjoy this ironically. I actually love this movie. There's so much to love about it. And yes, it is kind of an anomaly. You could say it's kind of the odd man out in Paul Verhoeven's career. I don't really think so, but I think that this movie actually has a ton going for it. Like, look at this guy's lips. Like, what is going on there? Like, is he wearing lip gloss or is he just pouting them out? There's so many weird, wonderful things about this movie. And I mean, most of all, Elizabeth Berkley here, I think she gives such a good performance in this movie. I know that it is, okay, that guy has to be an Elvis impersonator. Look at this guy. The popped collar, the hair, everything. But Elizabeth Berkley, everyone makes fun of her performance in this movie. And I really feel like she was giving it her all. And maybe it didn't necessarily come off quite the tone that maybe, I think it is what they were going for. But I think that they didn't expect the audience to react the way they did, which is kind of disbelief, maybe a little bit at her performance. I grew up seeing her on Saved by the Bell, of course, and seeing her in this, it is a novelty because you're like, you kind of want to see what she does next. But also I was like, wow, like she's grown up into a beautiful woman who is insanely athletic and is a great dancer. And yeah, we're gonna see a lot of her body in this movie. But you know, I think that's fine. I think nudity shouldn't be such a taboo, and maybe that's what Paul Verhoeven is bringing to this. Well, she should not have left her suitcase with this guy. She's too trusting. She's such an interesting character too. Like, if you watch her throughout this movie, she starts off a little innocent, but she doesn't really grow and change too much because she trusts people who are nice to her, and she insanely distrusts and is rude and mean to people who are not nice to her. Even if it is just the smallest slight, she flies off the handle. So she might have an anger problem. See, this is like representative of her personality and her trajectory in Vegas. It looks like she's got everything. She's gonna win big. She's gonna, get the brass ring and then cut. No, actually, she lost. That's why you don't want to stay at one slot machine, girl. I mean, you got to move it around. Her signature move, just bashing something with her hands. I just love how physical she is. I would say maybe like her physical acting in this is like what is really like displaying her character more so than the talking. And I really do wonder, it's like, did this ruin her career? Probably. I know she did some smaller things after this, but she was just like a big joke, after this came out. And she's not the only one who is, kind of giving this over the top performance in this movie. This is great. They're just like fighting. Oh, I'm so upset. I'm vomiting. It could happen. You know what I love about this? Woman vomiting in a movie, she's not pregnant. That happens so rarely. And I feel like they should do it more because it's such a cliche. Oh, it looks like they're about to kiss. They nuzzle. Isn't that cute? They just met and they're nuzzling. What I like about this scene is like, you would kind of imagine like a man stepping in and kind of showing her the ropes and being like, that's such like an old movie cliche. Like I'm new in town and I'm looking for, a helping hand. And in this case, it's actually a woman, It's so much better because like, as obviously this character has history with men. Whoa, she just spilled her ketchup. This actress is great. I'm sorry, I don't have her name in front of me, but her like non-reaction to that. It's a non-reaction reaction, which was good. And it's like, she lost all her stuff. She's really upset that she lost her suitcase, you guys. So that's why she's angrily eating these fries. She's taking it out on the fries. Different places. I like how her voice like breaks there, And also this scene looks gorgeous. This like rainbow neon lighting look at her face. It's like going from like red to not red to white. It's just wonderful that she's offering up to stay with her because, I mean, that's a cliche too. Like I've moved to the big city. I've got no one. I've got nothing. Are you hitting on me? See? See, if this was written for a man, it would be totally different. The vibe would be different. We find out later, though, she was a sex worker. But even so, I think her friend wouldn't mind. I think she'd still take her in. She's pretty sex positive. I mean, she does work for the nude show, the nudie show. And here we go. The main motif, one of the main motifs of the movie, the nails. I love getting my nails done. Those were not pretty, Nomi. But later on, they're pretty good. And what do nails mean in this movie? I really do feel they mean something. I'm still working out what it is. Later, I mean, it becomes a big deal, but I think it's kind of like it's something she has control over. It's a skill, but it's not like she's going to work at a nail salon. It's like a display of power or something. I don't know. I mean, we'll get more into the nails later. Oh, come on, you can show off your nails. They'll all be so jealous. And I used to, do my own nails as a younger person. They always looked like shit. I could never get them right because I just can't do them on myself. So in my mid-30s, I started getting them done and I never went back. Oh, this like hustle and bustle backstage is so fun. Everybody's got something to do. The extra acting is so good. It's very chaotic. And as you can see now, the nudity being a part of the kind of just wallpaper of this movie and this world. And I really like that because it demystifies it. It also desexualizes it. Because, the show they're going to see, it is meant to titillate, but when it's your job, it just becomes part of your life, right? And it's a performance, right? It's funny later when she has that sex scene with Kyle MacLachlan, and it's like he's already seen you naked, basically. He saw you on stage. Molly, that's this lovely character's name. Oh, did you just say, wouldn't it be great if she fell down the stairs? Is that foreshadowing? See, this movie, I say it's not subtle, but I think in many ways it is subtle. And if you're not paying attention, you miss all these little setups and payoffs. I love this. I love this song too. Da-na-na-na. And it's so cheesy. Oh my God, they're going to get set on fire. I really wanted, when I went to Vegas, to see a show like this, but I don't know if it exists. Maybe not by the time I was there, which was like 20 years after this movie. Like, it looks like something from like a theme park show about Jurassic Park. Miss Crystal Connors. Gina Gershon is so good in this. Everyone always says, this is what everyone says. I'm going to repeat it. She knows what movie she's in. Yes, it is true. But I don't think she's the only one in this that knows it. Or maybe she just has just the right kind of acting style that just works. You want to see her in another fantastic movie, watch Bound. I often wonder, how are they dancing without bras? Like, because your boobs would really hurt. None of them have like gigantic honkers. The classic pose. I'm wondering, I'm like, is that really that hard to perform? But I mean, you try and do it with just a G-string on. Yeah, they're like flipping all around. I think it's just a wonderful moment where she's looking up there. She's like, yes, that's what I want. That could be me someday. I love this little press conference just because it's so shitty. You got the little curtain back there. Goddess, Crystal Connors is what Vegas is all about. I love her smile. And also like the bedazzled like jewelry on her face. It's very drag. And in her hair too. I wonder why they're doing this press conference, because isn't this like her like 5th year doing this? We're thrilled to have you. Oh, Kyle MacLachlan with his floppy hair looking, well, I mean, he's floppy hair in a lot of things, but I feel like it's extra floppy in this. The flowers pushed right into her face. Again, another subtle moment that I think you might miss if you're not paying attention. She is so tall, eh? Elizabeth Berkley? She is like a foot taller than Molly. Also, I like this fringe dress she's wearing. I think she said that Molly made it, maybe? Crystal, please. I mean, jeweled top. Probably not very comfortable. I guess that's what she's saying. It's not comfortable, so please fix it. Thanks, darling. Her like accent in this kills me. See, this is this moment. Oh my God, the mirrors. Have we mentioned the mirrors, you guys? Cinematography in this is so, look at this shot. Like all of them are perfectly placed, and Crystal has like, there's like 3 crystals, but there's only one of each of them. And like, look at the way like Nomi is standing. She's almost like touching her crotch. I guess she's standing in a way like, I don't know what to do with my hands. It ain't dancing. Oh, come on. And she breaks. See, she said one kind of, she has no tact. She has no grace. And also she doesn't take shit, you know, but like ever since then, she said like, oh, it ain't dancing. Yes, that's kind of a mean thing to say, but oh, the nails are brought up here again. Maybe she can do mine. See, it's like getting her to do hers. It's like making her subservient to her. Crystal, she's a dom, right? She loves to kind of control other people. And when she loses that control is when she starts to slip. And Nomi, she cannot be controlled. I'm sorry. She's so angry. She has anger management problems. But like ever since like this is like the event, it looked like because we saw her looking at Crystal on stage, she wanted to be her, and maybe she even wanted to be with her. I mean, guys, come on, like there's lesbian overtones in this movie, but like, is it really about sex, or is it about power and money and control and fame? This scene's great. This club, very weird, very 90s. Look at these shapes, neon signs on the wall. Oh, and this dancing. Many times I have tried to do this dance. It's dangerous. You got to make sure nobody's too close. And I mean, I can be a pretty wild dancer. That's something about me. I just let the music take over, but I don't know if I look like that. Yeah, she thinks she can. Yeah, that guy's like, yeah, she's good. I like this character. He's funny. His character kind of, he kind of fizzles out later in the movie. I kind of wish they did more with him. I'm afraid of Americans. I think this is David Bowie and 9 Inch Nails. See, they're vibing, you know? He's okay. Then what am I doing? So does he think she's a good dancer, or is he just negging her here? You got potential, I could teach you. See, events later lead me to believe that that's just a line that he says. But then also, or does he really feel like she does have potential? I think so. It's hard to tell. And so maybe she was right to kick him in the nuts there. Like the lighting in this too. Sometimes, you got to have your guard up when you're at the club. Hey, I mean, what was this guy doing? I guess he's like, you kicked my friend in the crotch, you going to jail. Nomi Malone, by the way, is her name. Some had said it's supposed to be like an anagram, or not an anagram, but like know me alone, like I'm alone. But apparently on the DVD I heard it was just someone's name that that the writer knew. Joe Esterhaus, I'm guessing. It's not that clever. All right. He bailed her out, but she's mad because I guess he was somewhat involved with her spending the night in jail. But also, she really doesn't like people touching her, this character. Which, I mean, I get it, you know? She's had a rough go of it. She works at a strip club and she has to, you know, have people touch her and grab at her all times. I guess she thinks that's her way into becoming a dancer, but, you know, she hates it. This is like the equivalent of her giving him a fake number. He bailed me out. Oh my God. So she's eating a ring pop here. Just another weird thing about this movie. I mean, ring pops. I hadn't had one since I was a child. It was always not as fun as they look to eat because you're like got this like wet kind of gross thing on your hand and the candy's not very good. You know, people like to say that the dialogue is sexist in this movie because women are always talking about their boobs. But you know what? We do talk about our boobs sometimes. And we have them and men don't. So if you guys had them, you'd probably talk about them. Here we go. Robert Davi in a great role. And this lady plays Penny, who just made her own sequel to this. I've not seen because it's apparently insanely long, but I hear it's quite Lynchian and it's very, very low budget. And I kind of want to see that. I think it's called Pennies from Heaven. Me and my partner always joke. This lady is on the DVD, or the Blu-ray. She talks about how she went in for an audition, and I don't know if she was for the main role or whatever, but on her way out, like I think it was Paul Verhoeven was like, "I want you in the movie, but you're gonna have to show your vulva." And then she's like, "Okay, great, I'm in." And then I said to myself, "What's a vulva?" So that's kind of what we always say when she shows up. Henrietta here, fun role. Do they have comedy bits at strip clubs? Not at any of the ones I've ever been, but I have not been to one in Vegas. I mean, this takes place in the early 90s, so it's like, is this like kind of an homage to an earlier Vegas, or is this just what Vegas was like at, you know, in 94? Oh my God, is leopard print. Is leopard print best. This, oh my God, this speech. He's saying it like this is fatherly advice. Hey, it's okay. And I think that they thought maybe, it's like, did they think that this was funny? Which is why, one of the reasons why I love, there's so many scenes like that in this movie. And you can see that in other Verhoeven movies as well, Starship Troopers, I would say, and even something like Total Recall. Here she is eating candy. So, Nomi, big sweet tooth. Ring pop, candy, and then later we learn she likes junk food. She only eats junk food in this movie. But, you know, if you're in your early 20s, yeah, you eat a lot of junk food. He was not kidding, girl. Cheetahs. Topless lounge. I mean, it's a full-on strip club. She like fucking licks his nose here. Ew. But yeah, you know, a lot of cocaine flying around. And this also, I'm sorry I keep bringing up the outfits, but how can I not? This thing that Crystal is wearing, it is like a metal mesh bikini almost. Like, is it actually like a chain up there? See, She's like, if I make fun of myself, do it before you guys do it. That's part of her act. Aren't women gross? The girl to tickle your pickle? Ew. I got subtitles on here. I'm noticing lines here I never heard. Okay, I love this dance. Again, this is not, at least to the clubs I've seen, and I've been to a few strip clubs, you would not see a dance like this. She's going so crazy. And also, like, if you dance that hard, I feel like you're going to wear yourself out before the song's over. She's just amazing. See, she strips like she's like she's on fire and she has to get her clothes off. I mean, that's just an amazing feat of flexibility, bending back over backwards like that. Ew. Okay, so she licks the pole here. So this is one of many things in this movie that I think they thought it was sexier than it is. I think that's disgusting. You know, you got people writhing on this pole and then you're putting your mouth on it. But that's kind of a big theme of this movie, not even in the movie, but outside of it, is that it seems like it's someone trying to be it's someone's trying to be sexy and it just comes off awkward. This weird crawl that Penny does here too, you know. I guess that's the vulva shot. Hey, is that the guy who they go to Caesar Sings later? Ha 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 ha. And am I crazy or is she dancing at Crystal? She knows she's there. She they keep cutting her, like looking at her. This too, I guess that's ridiculous. She runs her hand up and down. And I guess that was one song. So what, 4 minutes tops, and she is sweating. So that's how hard she was dancing, folks. I'll kick your ass out of here. I like how hard she goes for her armpit there. I think of the scene whenever I'm at the gym and I'm like dousing myself off with a towel. I would never clean myself as vigorously as she is. There's like Christmas lights and stuff up. Great. See, like they're kind of like lazily just kind of doing a pole dance and stuff. That's what you usually see. If you're doing it all night, you cannot dance that hard. I never did see striptease. I saw like the beginning of it, but I remember Demi Moore doing some sort of like sad, like contemplative striptease in like a big shirt, and then she's like crying, and then she like takes it off and she's wearing like a bikini underneath. Maybe I should see the rest of that movie someday. Not nice. See, she she doesn't get mad at these guys. I guess it's just she's working, you know. And later someone grabs her and she reacts like violently. Nails, it's a signifier. It's almost like part of her personality that she does her own nails. Okay. And she's upset about this, and I get it. She feels it's degrading herself because this woman doesn't respect her. But the boss says she has to. I wonder if this is a real strip club. It kind of looks like a set. love it. There's like a bouncer there, but they just let this guy kind of peek in. I feel like that wouldn't happen. I don't know. You know what? There's just something about strip clubs I like. The cheapness of them. They're so gaudy. I I enjoy movies about sex workers. I don't know why. It's just something. It's a world that I find fascinating. You know, I loved Anora, and Anora obviously a spiritual sequel to this, I would say. What's weird about this is like it's a private dance, but there's other people all over, so it's not private. And also, she goes in and changes the song. What about all those other people? You know, they were they were in the middle of their dances. Yeah, he can't just walk in there. It's an interesting choice by Berkeley and Verhoeven to have her do this thing that she clearly does not want to do, but she looks like she is enjoying it. They're not like giving it that extra layer of, having her look kind of sad or contemplative or, zoned out. She's selling it. And also she's looking at Crystal, again, something that you would think that this character does not want to do because she already hates her. She's complicated. What I love about this movie is like, I feel like it's a nut I need to crack. I need to figure out the layers. And maybe there's nothing underneath those layers, sure. You could say that. But every time I watch this movie, I notice something different and I enjoy it more and more. Poor Kyle MacLachlan here. Again, she does this like to Crystal, so it shows that this is a show for both of them. And the funny thing about Kyle MacLachlan is that he's so unattractive in this movie. Look at his hands. But I think it's the haircut. He's very attractive as Dale Cooper in Twin Peaks. And in this, he is just such a skis bag. But he's good at playing that kind of character, so I think he's very well cast. I wonder, if you cast like a Michelle Pfeiffer or something in this role instead of Elizabeth Berkley, I feel like the whole movie would change in tone and maybe it would be considered less humorous. I don't know. But I love her in this movie. Yeah, this is a scene I originally saw when I was younger on TV, and I was kind of like, is that what goes on in those rooms? No, it does. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. It's an interesting exchange because it's like, who has the power? I would say probably Crystal in this scene. Was that gratuitous, or she just bends over and you just see like into her shirt? I think this movie is really interesting because it's like, usually Paul Verhoeven's films are excellent satires, um, of consumerism, and in RoboCop you have like the police industrial complex, violence, and this is about sex, but it's not just really about sex. It's about exploitation and about how sex is exploited for money, and where else to set it in Sin City. Wow, so he saw her do that lap dance, and that's what made him say this, that she's a great dancer? Okay. I think what he means is you have physical stamina And your body can move in ways that most people can't. So I need you. She hates him already. She kind of hates everybody. No. If someone has slighted her at all, then she hates him. Great line. You're right. Everybody does have AIDS and shit, and you should be careful. But I mean, he just like assumes that they had sex. Yeah, get out of here. He just called her a bitch. All right, buddy. That's a cool shot. The Sphinx in the background. I'm pretty sure that is no longer there. Don't quote me on that, though. And I'm enjoying the friendship between Showgirl and that seamstress. Whoa, the camera's going nuts. See, she doesn't want a dress that just looks like that. She wants the real thing. Labels, it means something to many people. Maybe she's using that, $500 she just made, or however much she got to keep from that, to buy the Versace. Yeah. It does look good on her. It doesn't suck. Now that is actually a reoccurring phrase in this movie that I did not pick up on until like 5 times I've seen this. It doesn't suck. It's a cute little 90s ism, Andrew Carver. So like, what is this guy's deal? Is he like a Kenny G? Because we never really hear his music. Just like by the look of him, he kind of looks like he might play a clarinet or something. Again, a very vigorous dance here. Whoa. And see, Penny's like, okay, I'll pull these down. But Nomi's like yanking him off. I ain't never seen a dance like that. Whoa. Okay, so they're doing a lot of this kind of pair things. Yeah, she's fuck off. The guy all he did was grab her arm. But, she's got her guard up. I feel like I've seen that guy maybe in another Verhoeven, maybe RoboCop. She's very wise to suspect that Crystal just set this all up to humiliate her. It's very possible. She thinks that if she moves up, into a higher class nude show, that this type of shit won't happen anymore. It does, and it's even worse. I love how she still has bubble bath on her here. She just jumped right out of the tub. This scene is great. And this guy was one of the dads on Dharma and Greg. I'm sure a reference no one who's listening knows, because probably no one else watched that show but me. It was Jenna Elfman and some other guy, and I watched many, many seasons. I think that guy was Dharma's dad. He was like a hippie with long hair. Spread out. Kind of that point I made earlier. You can't have boobs that are too big because they would just flop around. See ya. Ice skating classes, ballet classes. I forget his name, but the choreographer guy with the red hair in the background, I love him. He was very funny on Seinfeld as the wig master. Yes, Nomi can give the sass back. Now, can all dancers just pick up choreography this fast? I mean, it's like suggested they cut out her, at least showing it to them more than once. It's a fun little dance. But there's really not a lot of diversity in this this cattle call here. You too. So I have the new 4K Blu-ray of this. Man, it looks good. I cannot recommend it enough. It is, I guess it's UHD. It looks fantastic. It's one of the few 4K DVDs or Blu-rays. Sorry, I keep saying DVD that I have. It astounds me, this scene where he's like, "Show me your tits," and they're like, "What? Excuse me?" I'm kind of with him. This is a topless show. Like, this is part of it. It's an odd choice for the script to have them be very upset about this. Obviously, you don't want him taking too close of a look and like ogling them, but yeah. But yeah, the 4K looks fantastic. The only other 4K I have is Face Off. Yeah, I wonder, like, Crystal, obviously, she likes Nomi. She's attracted to her, but she wants her to be submissive to her. And part of the conquest is breaking her. They are sticking up, sir. This is degrading. There's no question about that. It should not be happening. She's right. Does she have one brown eye and one green eye? It's probably just the lighting. Well, so Crystal looks like a friggin' like cheetah there about to pounce. Because she's getting off on her being humiliated, you know? She just slinks up. Mirrors again. This is how it's framed. She's always going to be above her. She's standing, Nomi is sitting. She's lower. She's lower class. She's lower talent. the thing is like, yeah, if Nomi, she does end up, making it to the top by horrible means. But if she just played the game a little more here, she could have probably been in the show like tomorrow, right? She won't suck up to her. And that's kind of admirable, in a way. There's many ways in this business to get to the top. There are a lot of conventions in Vegas. It's true. I only had the experience of viewing this in a theater once. I wish I could do it more because it's a fun movie, especially when you're watching it with people who have not seen it before, which, before the movie, it was a rep theater. So before the movie started, they go, who hasn't seen this before? And the guy next to me hadn't. I was there by myself. So it was fun kind of hearing his reactions. I mean, this movie is just so much fun to watch, whether I've seen it like a billion times. But seeing it with a crowd reaction is pretty good. But I had a real issue with the screening I went to because the movie started so late after the time on the ticket. So I think the time was like 7:30. Showgirls 7:30. Now it was said that there was going to be some shows. They had like a drag performance and like a strip tease performance before the show on the little stage. They do that sometimes in Toronto, where it's kind of like a film series where they'll watch a certain movie and then have like a drag show that's like thematically related to it or whatever. But this also was like, who wants to get on stage and do the dance from the audition? And it just went on. First of all, the pre-show was like half an hour. And also I got there like half an hour before it started so I could get a good seat because I was by myself. So anyway, long story short, the movie didn't start until an hour and 45 minutes after the time on the ticket. And it's a long movie. And I was just like, I'm not going to one of these again. I think it's great that they have these kind of event screenings, but it's like I'm not really there for the extra stuff. I'm there for the movie. So it made it very annoying for me to be there for so long before the movie even started. Oh my God, his apartment is terrible. But his pictures in the background. Now, did he write this about her? Or does he say that to all the girls? It could have been a very different movie if she did this dance instead of, worked at the Stardust. Now, this is funny because I think that Nomi is an X-Men. She can see something not even once, less than once, see, and she knows it. Bang, bang, and I'm doing it. She's like psychic. She's like dance psychic. Like he barely even did it, and she already knows it. Now this has got to be like whacking, right? Was whacking around at this point? He never even really explains like, okay, this is kind of like a take on a striptease. I guess that's why he liked that lap dance that he did. And it kind of bugs me that like he seems really into this dancing aspect and she is too, but then they both just automatically devolve into sex because they can't help it. Maybe dancing turns a mirror in the background there. That's great. It's about like reflections of self, reflections of evil. But yeah, if she ended up, being in his little thing, his little show, and they would have maybe gotten together, it could have been a different story. But maybe she would have ended up pregnant, See, this is slightly more sexy than that Kyle MacLachlan scene, I gotta say. I was just saying the other day, in a movie when a woman says I have my period, it's usually like a lie, like like don't sexually assault me, I'm on my period or something. But in this case, apparently she's not lying. I love this exchange that she says, this whole exchange right here. You can fuck me when you love me. She looks so pretty. But I do love you. Yeah, right. I see you. Oh, yeah? What do you see? It's just, I see you hiding from. It's such a good exchange. I don't know why. It just feels very poignant. It's very theatrical, too. Probably not how people talk in real life, but it's just, who cares? Oh, yeah, I skipped over her eating a hamburger. Nomi loves burgers. I think that's because that's supposed to be emblematic of the American dream. Oh, this is the same day. So she got a call back the same day. I like how they downplay this moment here. And yes, the scene everybody who's ever had a bad job wants to live out, telling your boss to go fuck himself and quitting. Oh, it wasn't a vest. It was a tiger shirt. And look, he's still wearing it. He's so funny. See, even Henrietta is like, you'll be back. Even she doesn't believe in her. You really did it? No, I guess she didn't believe her. A blowjob. Charming. And this is kind of sweet too, but also heartbreaking, I mean, how did she really think? Well, she thought that he would be happy for her, and yeah, he's just not. And not only that, he is already. Is this the same day? I think it is. So she's wearing the same shirt, dude. So he hooked up with Penny later that day. I mean, I don't. There's no excuse for that. I guess that's why she's upset. I mean, I think she's got your number, sir. We got no ties. We kind of had a date a couple hours ago. Hey, we ain't got no ties. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish they made this character not such a jerk. Because they built this connection between them, and then he's just a skis bag like everyone else. Again, that is the theme of the movie. Everyone's a skis bag pretty much except for Molly. Penny's okay. She didn't do anything wrong. These cheap Christmas decorations. I guess it's supposed to be Christmas. Another little detail I kind of missed. Hey, so Showgirls, Christmas movie, you guys. plan it for your next holiday get together with the fam. The Versace comment. It's cute. Who shot this scene? Janusz Kaminski? No, it's not that bad. I hate that blown out window look. Stay indoors. The older, and I say in quotes, older choreographer here. Ooh, uh-oh. Nomi's troubled past. Hey, what if they did like a prequel? They could just call it Malone. Or how about Nomi? How about just Nomi? That's you see, if this movie was more popular, that would be like the prequel, the story before the story. Nomi Malone, what's her story? And you see her, you know, having a rough childhood. I swear to God, one of her eyes is green and the other is brown. It's like hazel. Amazing. How she became a sex worker. I think that she had a drug problem, and then it ends with her getting dropped off at that gas station at the beginning of the movie. Perfect. It'll do maybe $35 million its first weekend. Glad you're part of the team. Remember that phrase, part of the team. See, she thinks he's being nice to her here. Maybe he is. By telling her that she's saying it wrong. So she's like, this guy, instead of was being an asshole to me like everyone else is actually kind of nice. Well, then I'm gonna trust him. I'm gonna overly trust him. Is brown rice and vegetables really that bad? If it was not seasoned, yeah. All right, Nomi is about to use her superpower, guys. Look, she puts her hands up and out a few times. Got it. That camera twirling around, I love it. This is all one take. Oh my God, I love it. She just knows it. Like, she did and he's like, how dare you not get that right? That was not a PK turn. I guess that's what it's like in the big biz. You got to get it right away or you're out. Love this scene. I love how wet she is. I feel like the other girls are not as sweaty. You're starting tonight. I love Nomi's lips. Now, there is an overabundance of lip liner in this movie. I guess it was a thing in the 90s. I feel like we haven't been wearing lip liner for a long time now, or at least not that defined, where it's like a different color. And it really, like, her lip liner is insane in this movie. It really makes her lips look big. I mean, now they're just filling it with whatever they put in lip fillers. Maybe bring back lip liner, and you can stop getting surgery. Okay, the monkey scene. This is so random. And are they the act that goes on before them? Because they said they shit on the stage. So, like, why don't we ever get to see that? Monkey putting on lipstick. It's classic. She even gets to hug a monkey. Isn't that cute? I love that. This is so high energy. Again, like, this is the high energy performance that you're getting from Elizabeth Berkley from these two, and I love it. Like, if everybody was at that level, oh my God. He feeds them garlic. Okay. The kissing in the background. Copping a feel. That's a very sweet moment between her and Molly. But yeah, now it's like a love triangle between Nomi and Crystal and what is his name? Kyle MacLachlan. They're competing over a man, but really they should be sleeping with each other. Mm-hmm. Oh, she slipped. It's nothing. These like golden lights. Beautiful. Yeah. So supportive. Now see those people sitting like in the stage? How do they get in and out? And it's like you cannot move during a performance. You can't go to the bathroom. You're stuck there. So silly. It's so silly, and yet I love it. I mean, this might be like one of the cheesiest movies ever made. That's Vegas, though, right? Vegas is pretty cheesy. I've been there, I think, 4, 5 times by now. Maybe not 5. I think 4 times. You know, it's funny how little gambling there is in this movie. Just really that slot machine at the beginning. Gambling is something I didn't think I would like at all. But I do like playing Texas Hold'em. Ultimate Texas Hold'em. It's the only game I like. It's really, really fucking fun. Because I had a couple friends kind of show me the ropes one night, and I ended up really liking it. But the smart thing to do, obviously, is just to have a set amount of money and don't go over that amount. If you lose it, you lose it. And if you win, a couple hands and you're up by like whatever, 1,000, leave the table, take that money, go put it in the safe. These Christmas trees. I never really got that it's Christmas. They never celebrate Christmas. You just came back to apologize, I guess. I have a problem with pussy. Another great line. man, they really assassinated his character. Or maybe he's just trying to say mean things to, like be like nag her to make her feel bad, but like he's just acting like a huge jerk. Hey, I'm just telling it like it is. I mean, kind of. That's kind of the thing about this movie is it kind of just says, it kind of just lays things out pretty obviously for you. But I think there's still subtleties you can pick up on. This is a very good scene. Such good, Nomi, Crystal tension. And this is, I'm assuming, like 10. No, didn't they say it was like 8 in the morning or something? And she's like, maybe she never went to bed. And also this outfit. It's nice to see her leaning into the whole Southern cowgirl thing. I don't know where she's supposed to be from. I am terrible with accents. Texas, maybe. Now, Crystal, she's trying to regain her strength over her. She's in the show, but she wants her to know, hey, I'm boss. I don't think she gets that there might be something, a flirtation going on with her and Kyle MacLachlan yet. Versace. This kind of like indoor-outdoor space in Vegas is really weird because it's like, you feel like you're in some sort of like biodome. Like I'm inside, I'm outside. She doesn't know Italian. I don't know what all this stuff is. She's like a petulant child in this scene. She's leaning into it. They have this sexual tension, but there's this kind of like older sister, older woman, younger woman dynamic here. Dominant mommy, little girl. Oh, the dog food scene. Now let me explain this to everybody. This is them bonding. They're bonding over being poor. And she is like, Nomi's like, wow. Like, okay, it's a ridiculous thing to bond over. But I mean, imagine, like, you probably would never think that someone else would have been so poor and so down on their luck to have eaten dog food. And it's something they have in common. So they're bonding. The fact that they're like, yeah, I used to love it. That's pretty gross. But hey, if like, I've never had doggy chow before, so I don't know. She's trying to have fun here, and Nomi is like, you just got champagne on me. Fuck you, bitch. I think this is a date, and I like them bonding, and Nomi's her armor is cracking. It's tough because she really thinks that this woman has it out for her. But if someone is kind of overtly nice to her, then she's nice back. She accepts it. I like having nice tooth. How do you like having them? This is so weird. In a nice dress. It's a weird thing to say. What do you mean? Like, what? How do you like having them? Well, I would be like, well, I enjoy that they are on my body. You like to show them off. Now, Gina Gershon is obviously a little bit older than Elizabeth Berkley here. And I think it was Fanboy Flicks who said that their positions and their roles in this movie is mirroring their careers in real life. Gina Gershon obviously been acting for a long time at this point. She's not a huge star, but she's a name. She has experience in this business. And Elizabeth Berkley is right off just this, very, very popular, albeit kids TV show. She's got a lot to prove. And it's there. And so that's why this casting is so brilliant. I'll never be like you. You want to be just like her, and you will. Galveston. I'm assuming that is Texas. I apologize. Yeah, okay. I told you she was from. Okay, that's right. Texas. Nomi's shirt is also like that in a shirt. I mean, I guess it's a shirt that you wear while you're dancing. It's a wrap. It's barely a shirt. If someone gets in your way, step on them. See, they're just telling you what's going to happen in the movie. Crystal essentially told her to push her down a flight of stairs. It's fun that, Crystal is the dominant one. She's much shorter than Elizabeth here. See, height doesn't matter in sexual dynamics. And like Crystal's face, she's Gina Gershon selling this because I really do feel like she's like, I'm very attracted to this woman. I see it. I want to be dominant and I want to show her who's boss. I want to push her around, but she wants to possess her, right? And then Nomi is just like, can I accept this? She's very wary about it. Touching her neck like that, that's a very dominant move. But she can't just let it happen. She has to verbally put her down. I guess we're done. You know me, she can't play the game if it means someone calls her the worst thing that she thinks about herself, which is that she is a whore, a whore. I never did see that version on Superstation that had the MS Paint kind of bras over all of the nudity. But good Lord, that must have been tough because there's just so much of it in the background. It's part of this world, right? It's like, why even bother? It's just like it was weird when TBS, which I think is the same thing as the Superstation, they did like re-edits of Sex in the City. They cut out all the sex scenes and they're cutting out like whole storylines. And it's just like, why bother? And that's how I saw a lot of Sex in the City that way originally. $1,000? Crystal definitely put him up to this. He said, hey, go ask Nomi to entertain those businessmen at the boat show. I guess further reiterating the whole horror comment. And the thing about this world is, she's got Molly, but women do not look out for other women. No one is looking out for anyone. Everyone is just out for themselves. That, whatever you call it, chest piece is wild. I've been to a boat show before. My mom and my stepdad have have a sailboat. And so before they got it, though, they were interested in boats. So I went to a boat show and it looked just like this. And it is this drab. There's no guy like waiters with the champagne glasses. But it's just like this like awful like windowless room. You see like it's in like a convention center, right? It sure as hell ain't glamorous. And if I saw women dancing on a boat, I think they would look horribly out of place. See, we're all skeezy and we all just want to take advantage of you. All you got to do, Nomi, is say, I have diarrhea. I'm sorry. I don't feel well. I think I have diarrhea. It's not like she'd get fired for saying that. You had diarrhea one time, so we're firing you. And also she has to say no like dramatically like this. She can't just say like, I'm busy. Yeah, for this. She's got her her back up again. Her claws are out. They're like, you don't want to get on her bad side, like physically, because she would fucking fuck you up, as is said later in the movie. She also might have super strength, like an X-Man often does. Zach, that's his guy's name, just like Zach Morris. Did you have a nice day at the boat show? She thinks he's a good guy. I mean, I wonder if this kind of corruption is as prevalent. I know that it obviously still happens, but I would like to think that things have improved in all industries when it comes to what you would say HR violations. At least a little bit. Because I know that you can sue people for like firing you for like not sleeping with them, say, but people are still obviously talked into and coerced into not pressing charges. That still happens all the time, and it's always going to happen, unfortunately. I love this because we find out later that this is all an act. So it's like him acting poorly is on purpose. You're going to jump to your conclusion. What a line. That's like take your bad ideas and put them in your pocket or whatever. I'm going to jump to your conclusion. It's just something that no one's ever said, which is quite funny that you find out that he was just, it was all fake. Get out of here. So she, again, I don't really like kind of what this is saying. The whole like it's a chivalrous thing. A guy has to kind of save me from another man, and therefore, I am sexually attracted to him. She's a fallible person too. Know me. It's interesting that again they showing the audience immediately what really happened. We don't find out later with some sort of big reveal. This movie is so blatant about what it is about, and it shocks me that people seem to not get it. Nomi thinks she has the upper hand. Oh, you should listen to the one person. Yeah, sexual harassment should not be happening. Between everybody. Everyone's playing grab ass. What are you looking at, bitch? This is the weirdest number out of all of these. Like, what is this? It's very like Xanadu. She's like a bride, naked bride, and all these people, or are they supposed to be angels or something? Or are they bridesmaids? Because like these outfits, the arches, it's very like the other thing. It's like, okay, it's some sort of like fiery, exotic, almost like caveman-esque thing. And the other, like the S&M number, it's kind of, I get it. This I do not get. I don't really understand what the theming is. Or are they Greek gods or something? Again, I'm thinking Xanadu. I need to talk to the choreographer of this, or whoever came up with these dances. She's so happy. Yay! No! This lady is such a good actress. Very over the top. What a moment. It's so cartoonish. As she's ascending up, it's so weird. Oh. Well, after this accident, I think they should stop doing this number. She was lying there the whole time. Yeah. He said, everybody get out. Well, it's perfectly logical that some beads could fall off something. Yeah, poor Annie. Again, there's never any kind of reveal of what really happened. They just show it. Well, but because of this snafu, we get the understudy subplot. Mother, excuse me. It's my friends from the Cheetah Club. What is she? She's just up there telling jokes to no one. I guess imagining she hit it big. She spit on her? You look like shit. Yeah. He can't even be nice. This scene again is bizarre because it really does feel like he's her father. These are her parental figures, and they're sending her off to a better job. Like this is her graduation or something, and she's on stage. And whoa, my boobs are out! Ain't that funny? It's this like she like grabs her hair like it's so funny. It's this like warped sense of family. But it kind of rings pretty hollow when he's saying stuff like this. She doesn't look happy that he's touching her. She looks scared. It is Weird Al. Weird Al. This is the night that the girl, fucked her leg up. And this is the night she decides that she wants to fuck Zach. It doesn't suck. She's sexually forward. I like that. You can't just say that like things are just happening to this character. She's proactive. This picture, I just noticed it last time I watched. Look at this. We're friends. We're having a great time. Look at that. Do you like Crystal? Or maybe she said Cristal. I like a lot of different champagnes. That's a double entendre talking about Crystal Connors. It's like, yeah, sometimes I like Crystal. Sometimes I like to mix it up. Now, I really do believe that this is supposed to be a sexy line, and it could be under certain circumstances. When you go back and watch that scene, I mean, it's not that sexy. Now, I think it was Rich Evans who said that Paul Verhoeven shoots sex scenes like he shoots violent massacres. And it's very obvious in the scene. And that's so perfectly put, because the violence in his movies, you know, like the RoboCop scene, for example, when he's just getting mowed down on the top of the table, it stops it becomes unreal. It stops being what it should be, which is horrifying, and it just starts being funny because it's just so much. It's too much. And this is a good example. It's never sexy. I would say really nothing in this movie is sexy, and this is supposed to be sexy. Everyone's biting her boobs in this movie. Like Kyle MacLachlan was quoted as saying that, you know, this was not tongue-in-cheek ever. We thought we were making a serious movie. I guess to which I say, like, did you see his other movies? The champagne bottle just floating. This weird, and okay, this is the strangest shot in the movie. Like, and he's smiling like this is supposed to be sexy. How in any way is holding your hands out like, you know, like a Frankenstein through this supposed to be sexy? She should at least be laughing at him. In movies, the insertion scene is always just so fast. And she's kind of like, you know, doing what she did when she did the lap dance. I have to say, like, the physical requirements of this scene is vast. And as I was saying, I really do like the water and everything, like, would make moving really hard. And then this, like, she waterboards herself here. That's what's happening here. She's writhing around. Like, how is she breathing, first of all? But just like the physical stress of this on the body would be insane. They said it's really not sexy. It's supposed to be sexy, though. Putting those long nails to good use. See, like, I do believe that these characters, they slept together because they wanted to sleep together, but it was also transactional because everything in this universe seems to be transactional. You can, like, totally see her butt. It's a very, very short skirt. See, she can make a joke. Things aren't always so serious. The other thing that people always bring up, they're always fighting about chips. Okay, maybe they like chips. I always feel like that chip bag is insanely flat. Like is it a prop chip bag? There's like no air in it. I don't think that chips have a symbolism in the movie. I think it's just their little thing. They like to eat junk food together and probably, watch TV. I do think that like these scenes are like sexier than the sex scenes because it's like the way she's dancing, it's so joyous and so like, physical again. It's like orgasmic. Nomi's got heat. I know because I slept with her. The other theme, of this movie, aging in Hollywood, but in this case, kind of on the stage. It was mentioned earlier, the choreographer, Gay. If you're smart, you'll get yourself a man and you'll marry out because you can't do this forever. And Crystal is what? Is she even 30? I like this shot. She just like comes up behind him. And he is happy, he's fine to have a bisexual girlfriend. I mean, are they even boyfriend and girlfriend? Who knows? This pantsuit is insane. See, Nomi here thinks she has the upper hand. And just look at her body language. Shouldn't have called her a whore. Look at her here. She just puts her arms up above like, I'm so carefree. Don't they do like, like 6 shows a night or something and Crystal never gets a night off? So they say later that people are buying a ticket to see Crystal Connors. Crystal's a star. Okay. I see you have many talents. Yes, everyone knows. Of course, the other chick is like, you do whatever you can to get to the top. And then, like the whole understudy thing is something that's kind of prevalent in a lot of movies. All About Eve, for instance. Like the younger girl, she's gonna come up. You can befriend her, but she doesn't really want to be friends with you. She just wants to replace you. And that theme is all throughout this script, especially in the second half here. Nails. They all have long square nails. They're like not even coffin nails. That must have been a thing in the 90s. So you think that, not as nice as yours. See, she knows what she did. And she's trying to get back on her good side. Crystal is trying to get back on Nomi's good side. And then Nomi's like, hey, I can be nice to you too if you want. But she just can't, again, she can't continue this. And she has to dig her again. because I think Crystal's like, I'm getting sucked into this, this woman's aura, and she's going to destroy me. She thinks she knows that on some level. So she's like, you're a whore. So get out. Or maybe she's just like, I want to tease her, I want to tease that we could be friends. Or see, like I don't, is she happy here? I don't even know. They have this like back and forth where they're trying to like trade who has the power and who doesn't. And watching that dynamic is exciting. And now she's like, I've got it all. I'm the understudy. Well, she doesn't have it all yet, but she has to celebrate by eating a big burger. I do like that they show her eating. I mean, they often don't even show women eating in movies at all. And this scene is just sad. It's nice of her to show up. Like, she still has a heart, even though this guy said horrible things to her. She wants to support him, or maybe she's just there to gloat. That's also possible. Fucking booing him. That's her dance. You suck. Oh. They should, yeah. Where should they have performed this? I don't know, but maybe not a club where people want to dance. They don't want to watch a dance. What is this? The Peach Pit after dark? He's like, no, it wasn't good. You don't have to lie. She dances like a truck. Okay. This guy sucks. He is just, get me a beer. All right. All right. Any goodwill I had towards him is gone. Yeah, I think Joe Esterhaus, I don't think you wrote his character correctly. He should have been nicer. And maybe she would feel some regret for like going the other way instead of maybe going with him. Hey, you got one bad review and you're giving up? Yeah, I think this is like Nomi realizing that's how easy your life can change. I could have been Penny. I could have gotten pregnant and then married to a guy who works at a grocery store. I'd much rather see my name in lights because I'm going to take over this city. That's their cute little line together. T-shirts. Remember that? Oh, yeah. See, this whole scene is sad, and it's, I think, intentionally so. Mm-mm. Crystal comes from the background like a freaking demon. I like the little subtle, camera choreography you're blocking in this movie. She's, so violently angry. That's her MO. She's a star. You're not worth it. Now this is a move sitting on your, makeup table here. I can remember like working in an office and going out for lunch and coming back and someone is going out like for lunch and bringing my lunch back to eat at my desk and someone is sitting on my desk, chatting with whoever is next to them or something. And I would just be like, that's my seat. It feels very like, where am I? Like, where do I go? This is where I'm supposed to go. Not the last mention of nails, but she says, You think you could do my nails now? She's back on top. Or is she? I really like this whole number. Motorcycles on stage. Oh, that seems very dangerous. But these sparks are flying everywhere. Let me just gesture and thrust at my crotch. So this seems to have a story. She's like, this is like a evil S&M motorcycle gang. And they have captured this nubile young girl played by Crystal Connors. And they are going to ravish her. You know, see, she's acting. It has a story. That last thing did not have a story, and if it did, I missed it. Whoa. That probably was a body double. I wonder if like Gina Gershon was a dancer. Probably. She can move. Yeah, they're doing the dance that they practiced. Wait, I thought that she was... I thought her character was captured by this motorcycle gang. Now she's like the queen of it. Maybe it doesn't have as strong a story as I thought. I guess it's just an excuse to see boobies. Na, na, na. I like the music. It's bombastic and dramatic. Shouldn't have called her slave girl. Still, this is pretty cold. And like everybody was kind of, they could have saw. It doesn't really look like she went down that hard, but I guess she cracked her neck or something. She knows. Molly knows. And this is, you know, the ultimate sign that she has sold her soul. I don't know. She just went down. Back me up. Just a coincidence that I was made her understudy. Or I guess I wasn't made her understudy. Wait, wasn't another girl made her understudy, but then she ends up with the role? Tough break. Huh? Wink, wink. She doesn't even recognize her anymore. And I mean, did she do this to get the role? Or did she do it because she just couldn't stand being slighted? I mean, this face would definitely suggest that it would definitely suggest that it was a calculated move to get on top, to get above her. The show goes on. Isn't the Stardust the name of the casino in Casino? Or was that a fake casino in that one? Yeah, something like that. Casino, great. Another good movie about, you know, the horribleness of Vegas. I mean, what are other good Vegas movies? The Hangover? Not really. This is hilarious. Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul. We're not going to pay those kind of salaries. You really think they are going to do a topless show? I mean, I know Janet Jackson had that nip slip, but come on, we gambled. So they go with Nomi. Again, I thought someone else was her understudy. Like, we got no one else. I mean, she certainly is taller than everyone, which I feel like would make her stand out in this show as the lead dancer. And here we go. She is now the star. I do kind of agree with what they say, though, with they're like, she doesn't have Crystal's heat. She has a different heat. She has a different intensity than Crystal has. Crystal has this kind of sultry confidence, whereas Nomi always looks like she's trying really, really hard. And she's good, but yeah, I don't see her leading a show. Yeah. He's like, isn't she great? The thing is, Molly cannot just be happy for her because she knows what she did to get there. We could have brought anyone into this role. Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul, we went with Nomi. Right. And just, the repeating of this shitty press conference is great. You can completely see her nipples. And it's like exactly the same. Do they have one of these like every few months? And I think Zach, he's happy that she's in this role because he sees him as able to control her. All I have to do is be nice to her. I'm her like kind of mentor, and she'll do whatever I say. She's completely usurped Crystal. Like, the rest of the cast must be like, fuck this bitch. She just started here like a month ago. Andrew Carver. See, she hasn't even picked up that she's upset. Ooh, I love her purple makeup. She should just admit it. Friendship should be over. Now, it could have stopped there. Caesar Singh. This outfit is also insane. She looks like a Barbie. He's like, I got you a new outfit. It is a bizarre outfit to wear to kind of it's not an evening outfit. To wear, you would wear like a cocktail dress or maybe even an evening gown to this. This is like, I don't even know. Again, she looks like a Barbie. She's like, this is like I'm a businesswoman shopping in Beverly Hills or something. I don't know. It's shiny and sky blue. The most beautiful girl in the world. Molly. Okay, so let's talk about what's about to happen. So when I saw that live screening of Showgirls recently, obviously they would, at the person introducing it gave it a trigger warning, just so you know, in the third act, there is a horrible scene of sexual assault that you see mostly. And they do that at screenings that, these public screenings that I go to, so people can know. But a lot of people don't like this movie as a cult movie, as a fun movie to laugh at with your friends because of this scene. And I totally get it. It's very uncomfortable. But I think that I'm not saying I like watching it, but I understand why it is in this movie. And I also like that it's a bit of a rug pull on people who are maybe enjoying this movie too much. Not that that was at all the intention. I don't think so. The reason that this horrible thing happens to Molly is as punishment for Nomi. the worst thing had to happen. It didn't happen to her. It happened to her best friend, the one person who was nice to her, who gave her a place to live when she had no one. And she had to pay Nomi had to pay the ultimate price for for doing what she thought she had to do to be successful, which is push Crystal down the stairs. And I'm not saying, anyone deserved this, but this is a movie about awful people making awful decisions for their own personal gain. And the only person who has a modicum of morality is Molly. And so she is the one who is going to be punished by the actions of everyone else in this movie. So that's why I think it happens. And I feel like Paul Verhoeven is really saying, or Joe West or whatever, they're saying that they're saying that this is what happens, and the world is actually a horrifying, cruel place. We get kind of a sense of that from Nomi's background, but we never see it. It's just kind of hinted at. And believe me, it's all, and it's like, it's not just one, it's three guys, and they're just like beating her. It's happening right now. So, and anyway, I've heard that during public screening, so during the screening I was at, the host sat at the back, and she said, I'm going to give you a warning. So like maybe a minute before this, she was like, just if anyone wants to not watch this, leave now. I know other public screenings who have actually cut this out. And I see nothing wrong with that. For me, like, it's all part of the movie. It's awful. It's very, very awful. But I feel like it's part of this vision of Vegas, which is, it's a hellscape, where nobody gets out alive. I feel like I could fall in love with you, not I'm falling in love with you, because he's just all about images. He doesn't really love her. He doesn't even really know her. Oh, poor Molly. Ugh. Like, this is something right out of an exploitation movie, like Get Even. And a lot of times, they'll show like a little bit of it and then cut away. It doesn't, at least this doesn't linger on it too much. And someone might say that, like, how could like this character, Andrew Carver, do this at a party full of people? It's just like, because he thinks he has immunity. And as we find out in this next scene, he does. Oh, poor Molly. See, Zach looks upset, but I think he's just putting it on. He doesn't care. He just had a freaking background check pulled up. And it sucks that Molly never wakes up either, Like she does, I think, in the movie, but like they never really have a conversation after this. This is what it costs. She thought she had everything like an hour ago, but it was all hollow. And it's not, it's not the city's fault, it's the people. And there's bad people everywhere. But if you buy into this system, you're going to pay the price. Whoa. Now see, then he's proving his true colors right here, obviously. Look at the spinning camera. Mm-hmm. See, he says you're going to be a big star, and she cries because she's not happy anymore. It was all a facade. The fame, the notoriety, I guess, money, all the drugs. It actually sucks. It does suck, Nomi. He's part of the team. Also, I mean, you saw that picture of them. They're buddies. She can just get paid off. Yeah, it's all about the money. Again, so here's saying, what did you charge? See, he's interested in like, so if I did pay you, what would I have to pay? No, I don't really quite get this. She smiles like she actually thinks it's a compliment, but I guess it's a fake smile because she spits on him. It's weird because it didn't look fake. It looked like she was actually like, thank you, but also, Tua. They kind of like let it, be known that like she's not going to have any permanent physical damage from this, but like her psychologically, she's ruined. Now these nails, the revenge nails, now these look awesome. Might be the best nails in the movie. And this is to show, well, I guess Nomi's making it. This is like the one kind of like transformation she makes in the movie. She decides that she's not gonna continue on with the goddess. She is gonna get revenge and she's going to leave. And that's kind of the only growth she has, because she kind of comes to this movie kind of already fully formed. I want to be a dancer and I'm going to do whatever it takes. And she does, and she does, and she does. And, people are rude to her. People are nice to her. She kind of goes through these different relationships. And now she has learned, but she's, it's a saying, it had to take the worst possible thing happening for her to learn that enough is enough, and this is not a life that I should aspire to live, because everyone will get hurt. But I mean, this is not true justice, of course, which is what makes this end of this movie ring kind of hollow. The movie is kind of running on fumes at this point, guys. Unfortunately, it doesn't really end strongly. And she painted her nips, right? Because they look so much darker. Like her areolas are, like we've seen them all movie. So why? That's something I don't really understand. I'd have to ask the costumes. Biting them again. Ouch. Like, what if they were fake? They're like rubber and that's why they're that color? I don't know. It would have made much more sense if they were that color so he wanted to lick them and then it was like poison. Next time I'll fucking kill you. You know what she should have done? She should have fucking killed him. Or at least like stabbed him or something. Kicking the shit out of him. I guess the extra kicks here, like she's like dance kicking. Or I guess we're to assume that she like beat him up real bad, but like I think she should have done more. And those are like the two guys that, at least one of them I think was one of the rapists. Looks like Marissa Tomei. Now, what is this movie's legacy, I wonder? Well, it is a cult classic now. I know that there was a documentary about it that I saw, and I think there's another documentary coming out. Elizabeth Berkley has been like taken back into the fold as far as like the fan community goes. She knows that people love this movie now. I think that's great. Apparently, she came back for the Saved by the Bell reboot season or sequel season, which I had no idea existed until recently. I think because it aired on Peacock, which is a streaming service we don't have in Canada. But yeah, as far as like the rape scene goes, like if you're watching this with your friends having a good time, you know, just talk over it. Talk about something else, or just say like, "Hey guys, who wants another drink? Who, you know, I'll be," and just distract people from that scene. I do like the movie ending on this because they had the most interesting relationship in the movie. The movie is, I feel, about these two. It's about their relationship. And it is warped, but it is kind of dripping with desire and like, not revenge, but like competition. And it's fueling them. They're a little bit of an enemies. They're an enemies to lovers, absolutely. I needed a rest. Darn tootin'. Give me a big kiss. She says it weird. I guess she says it almost like a child here. I mean, the blocking would suggest Nomi is now on top. She has the power. And, you know, I don't think that this is gratuitous just for the sake of titillation. I think that this is them finally, you know, coming together and without the competition, you know, without the tension. They're just acknowledging that, you know, they have an attraction to each other. And she looks so sad. She's like, I'm leaving. I'll never see her again. And she really doesn't care that she pushed her down the stairs. She's like, well, now I get a rest. Okay. In another life, we could have been friends / girlfriends. Here's the Luxor over there. And Excalibur. You can totally see her boobs. This is the end of this movie, and I'm just like, they could not have done whatever. Those sunglasses are fierce. I've always wanted some bedazzled sunnies. Hop-in purred. He's back, fellows. What are the odds? I tried to be an Elvis impersonator. I was kicked out of Vegas. This ending does seem a little too happy considering, I guess, what happened to Molly. Like I said, she's going to have horrible post-traumatic stress disorder for the rest of her life from that. And you say, what did you win? Me. I wonder what was in that suitcase. Like, what if that suitcase had like $1 million in it, or some sort of like a hard drive that was, you know, a secret hard drive that a corporation needed for some corporate espionage. Okay, now Los Angeles 280. And I had heard that was to signal the sequel where Nomi takes over LA and tries to be an actress. God, can you imagine what would have happened there? You know, as far as like horrible things happening, like you think Vegas is bad, wait till you get to LA. La La Land. but that obviously never happened because the movie was not successful. And yeah, that's Showgirls. I love this movie. I can't say enough good things about it, but also it's perplexing. But it's very fun for me to watch. I love the way it looks. I love the weird dialogue scenes. I love the performances. It's probably my favorite movie. Yeah, no irony there. So I think we'll wrap it up here. I don't need to watch all the credits, but thank you for joining me. If you're interested in more of my thoughts, I have a podcast called No Such Thing as a Bad Movie, where we talk about bad movies and the things that we love about them. We've got a Patreon, and I have a YouTube channel as well. But that's it for me. Thanks for listening, and take care.